Kind of used to this by now, but it's still so frustrating to watch this offense trot out there and make these mistakes over and over again, turn the ball over on the 1 yard line while the defense is out there playing their hearts out. I feel so bad for this defense. This defense is a championship defense. This is the kind of defense you can win a Super Bowl with. And the Colts aren't going nowhere because the offense can't get their rear ends out of the ground and they can't move forward. They suck. And the reason why, one of the biggest reasons why this offense sucks and it struggled and it has struggled is just because Matt Ryan is so limited. It's not that he's a horrible quarterback. He's been a horrible quarterback. Let me just go back there for a second and say that he's been a horrible quarterback. He has had good times, he has had good plays, good moments, but they're very far in between, and it's just not enough. It comes to a point where, it's so difficult to watch this team every week do the same thing every week. The same thing to this defense every single damn week. This defense, was out there for what, almost 6 minutes the first drive, and then Matt Ryan throws a pick, first or second play. Defense has to come back out, and they still only allow a field goal. Yet the next drive you go down and you just get a field goal. And you want to know the funny thing is, the Colts really, without that kick return, this offense would have scored around 10 points. Yeah. They still would go 20 yards. Yeah, you can use if, buts, whens, whats, well, however that saying goes. But this offense this kickoff return game was insane today. Yet the offense still only comes up with 17 points. That this offense. The reason why the Colts lost is the offense. And especially Jonathan Taylor. Listen. He has not played well. He has good stats. He's ran well. But he can't get out of his own way. He's fumbling here and there, everywhere. Needs to stop. How are you going to fumble on the 1 yard line on a simple exchange to run the ball right up the middle where you were going to score a touchdown? But you just drop it. You can't get the ball under wraps. You can't. And that took immediate points off the board. And, we would have had 20, 17 at that point and then come back out. And if we scored again, we'd have 24. And the Steelers would still be at 17. Yeah. So then the Steelers would have had some pressure and be like, oh, we gotta go get our rear ends in gear and score now. No. They didn't have to worry about that because this Colts offense is so horrid. It's so terrible, horrible. Poor defense, man. Poor defense. I do want to say that this offensive line looked okay today. They kept TJ Watt out of the backfield. Didn't have a sack. I was happy how this O-line played. Braden Smith played well. The O-line was decent. It was decent. Even though there were plenty of times where they got back there and Matt Ryan had to roll out. But, that's going to happen once in a while. And, Matt Ryan is just so freaking limited. He's smart. He knows how to run an offense. But there's a difference in knowing how to run an offense and being able to run an offense. And that's where you draw the fine line between Matt Ryan being trash now to what he was back then. He was much better back then. MVP Ryan. He could take a game and he could elevate everyone. Can't do it anymore. Doesn't have the arm strength. He can't move in today's game where the pass rushers are only getting faster and the offensive line isn't consistent, so it doesn't help. But Matt Ryan is just so limited, even with the arm strength, can't throw very far. The accuracy just hasn't been there. And you can see it. Every single game, you see it when he plays. He just can't do it anymore. So I don't know what we do next year. Honestly, I would love to take a shot at Anthony Richardson, depending on where we are in the draft. I would love to take a shot at Anthony Richardson, sign a vet, let Richardson sit behind the vet for a year or two, build up that offensive line, get some weapons, and then focus on the defense again. Maybe build some, get some solid foundation pieces here and there for the defense. We need to look for a future guy. And hopefully we get a decent pick. I don't believe in tanking. Tanking shouldn't be a thing in the sports world. It's really not. It's just something that the media likes to use to indicate that a team is horrible. But you got to think about these players, especially a lot of them that are on 1-year contracts or, nothing is guaranteed next year. So they have to go out and they have to play their hardest every single week so that they can have a chance of getting contract and more money next year because, they have families. They have their futures, their lives. They need to put food on the table. Yeah, you get a whole bunch of money and, they can maybe manage it better. But that's none of our business. That's, point is, you're not going to be paid a ton of money, whether it's a veterans minimum to $40 $50 million a year to go out there and say, oh, I'm not coming out here to win today. Oh, I want a better draft pick, so come on, guys, let's lose this game. Let them win. No, you don't do that. Do you think there's ever been a time where a leader or a coach, a quarterback, or just a captain, a leader in general goes, let's lose this game, get a better draft pick, we'll be better next year? No, you play your best. You play the strongest until the very end. No such thing as tanking. There isn't. There isn't. Maybe, when you're trading a few guys, you're like, oh, you're accepting that you're bad. It doesn't mean the players are going to go out there and want to play bad. No. It doesn't work like that. But the defense struggle versus the run today. And, when the offense can't get first downs, when they constantly go 3 and out, that makes it even more difficult on the defense because the defense gets tired, they get slow, fatigued. It's just not a recipe for success. I don't even think we forced a turnover this game, which sucks. That's where we kind of missed Darius Leonard. Even though I don't know how I feel about a lot of things right now. This whole team needs a revamp. This team needs to be built the right way. This team wasn't built the right way. It was built inside out. That's how this team was built. You're paying non-premium positions premium money. Quentin Nelson, Darius Leonard, both getting $20 million a year. Both positions, if you ask yourself, is a guard going to win us a championship? Are they going to win us a Super Bowl? Is a linebacker going... That's where I kind of draw the line with the linebacker, with Darius Leonard. I'm willing to pay a linebacker like Darius Leonard who forces crazy turnovers, brings the energy that he does. Issue is, he has 2 back surgeries. And he's what, 27? 2 back surgeries, and he has never played a full NFL season. Yeah, he's 27 years old, has had 2 back surgeries, hasn't played a full NFL season. There are plenty of red flags there. You could be great, but if you're not out there, if you're not playing, then how good are you? Sometimes the best ability is the availability. So, like I mentioned earlier, the offensive line looked good. I was happy with the offensive line. I thought it looks okay. Not happy with Jonathan Taylor at all, especially the last few games. I think he's fumbled 3 games in a row now or something. Maybe 2. But 2 games in a row fumbling isn't okay at all either. So if it is actually 3, that's even worse. It's even bad. It's horrible. You can't fumble like that in crucial situations too. So Yeah, that is definitely an issue. So Jelani Woods today. Why aren't we using Jelani Woods, Molly Cox, and these big tight ends more? Kylan Granson, I'm not really too much of a fan of right now. He had drop issues. Even though, Jelani Woods did drop a wide open pass today, he bounced back. And I don't think that's going to be a reoccurring theme with Jelani Woods, like it has been with Kylan Granson. So these big body guys are so much easier for Matt Ryan to throw to, considering his arm strength, his age, how limited he is, and how horrible Matt Ryan is in the red zone. Have more of these guys out there. Use them more consistently. You have them. You drafted them. Well, Molly Cox was an undrafted free agent. Didn't play football since like the sophomore year of high school. Brought in, played tight end. He was a basketball player at VCU. So it was just This is just aggravating. But at the same time, I'm getting kind of used to it this year with this team. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So that's all I got for you guys today. Really just talking about the game, talking about the team a little bit, and giving you my thoughts on some stuff that went down yesterday. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on so I send you future videos. This is JDW Sports Talk Show, and I am signing off.